Hello there, how you doing? It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of the Morning Square. I'm joined with my partner,
Georgia.
and this is the 10 Years In podcast, episode
40.
same age as Georgia.
Episode 40, I feel like it's a big milestone.
No, it is.
It's almost our 1 year anniversary, which I think is in July.
Is it?
12 or 13th of July.
We went to see Shits and Gigs in August, and it was that was like episode 4 or 5, so
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
Aye, so
July, coming up for it.
so if you've been here for the past
have a wee
year,
party in here or
almost
something
year.
like that? Cake and stuff?
Thank you.
No cake.
No cake.
No cake.
I think we've had enough cake after Bo's birthday at the weekend. I actually must have had about 10 bits of cake, because he had a chocolate cake on Friday night in my mum's, Marks and Spencer's one. No surprise there. And then a Costco cake at his birthday party on Saturday as well.
No, spoiled man, so he did as well, didn't he?
Yeah, actually, I was just saying to Curtis there before we started recording that he said that he felt famous on his birthday because so many people were saying happy birthday to him.
That's cute.
But he had a pure ball. David wasn't there for him opening up his presents because David had to go out flying and Bo was at his dad's. So I FaceTimed David whilst he was out. And then as soon as I turned the camera off and he was just sitting there looking at all his stuff, he's like, thank you so much.
Oh,
it's so cute. So cute. So he's got AEW, which is that was the biggest present that I'd got him, because knew that we'd got him the tickets that were right next to the barrier. Now I'm under pressure now to get better tickets every time. So we're a few rows for the front and he's right at the barrier again. Thank God I managed to get them. I thought I'd missed pre-sale, and then you sent me a link. I was like, thank God. So I managed to get the tickets, and he got some wrestling figures that he'd picked.
Good WWE game.
Aye.
I went and opened up and downloaded it from the night before.
Some Funko Pops. He got some clothes, to be fair. Montreal seems to be the theme of the summer. He loves it anytime you buy him anything, so he's got all these multicoloured outfits. And then he really wanted Yeezy foam runners, like the pull-on sort of flip-floppy type of shoes. And I got him them and should have let him try them on, but I wanted them to be a surprise. And they were too small. Couldn't get his feet in them. He got his feet in the Yeezy trainers that I got him, but that way his toes were all crumpled. And I thought, I'm not keeping these.
And then his favourite present was a signed picture of Tiffany Stratton.
Curtis is like, yes.
Aye, no, I mean, you can definitely tell.
That's honestly.
He's a teenage boy. It's definitely his 13th birthday.
He had asked for that.
Like, yeah,
I know.
showing me that.
And David is like, aye, on you go, you guys. It's my bird. And it's like, it came with this authenticator thing and all that to say that
it
was real and she'd signed it and all this stuff. And he was fucking over the moon. Pure jumping up and down, dancing and everything. Just loves her.
I know he does.
He always goes, it's Tiffany time.
And then his wee mate Jim, he got my wee picture of our bird at last at wrestles in the UK independent scene. And it's like a wee signed picture to Bo and all that. And I was like, why have you bought him that? No, I mean, he's like, you know, not I mean. It's like, he's a wee creeps, man.
So, it was a pure brilliant weekend. Thanks to everybody that came to his party. I hope he's had a good time. He loved it. Obviously, as we said a couple of episodes ago, this was our opportunity to try and see how the church was going to be laid out for upcoming shows and upcoming parties, and we could easily fit 150 or more downstairs alone.
I'd say downstairs we could squeeze in 100, and upstairs we'd probably get 150.
It was honestly just, I don't know how it would be though upstairs. We
You need to have stalling. You need to have a front row seating for all the bits, and then standing tickets.
But behind him?
Aye, behind him.
Oh, I'd hate that.
Well, you could have a stalling area, and the seating area is a bit. You could have ones, but the seating you could have it would be hard. I was actually looking into it, to be fair, how to get tiered seating.
Yeah.
Things that you could put your tiers on. That.
Yeah.
$3,500. So
was it?
Aye, so that's.
It's not as expensive as it was going to be.
I know, but it's only
so
$3,500 for 4 bits of the bleacher, know what I mean?
Right,
so you'd probably need to buy about 15 grand's worth of them, know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't just be.
Aye. Oh, it's expensive.
Aye, expensive.
But it was worth it to have the party in there. It was a good trial run.
But eventually we could build up to it like that, no? I mean, there's obviously did the first shows with however many and that, and then you build up to it and you build up to it, and then you have, before you know it, you got all the bleachers up and it's like a Coliseum looking down to the...
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be really good.
It is. It's just, there's so much opportunity to do things
So
in
much
there.
potential.
Yeah, definitely. We managed to get the floor and the toilets finished, which has been something... It's obviously, it had a floor, but it was just old. But it was just like concrete. And we got it, and it ended up needed screeded 3 times, and then the flooring to go on top of it. Just nothing was simple. But it's done, and it's all level, and there's flooring down it. It looks
It's getting
so much
finished
better.
on Thursday, the actual outside hall as well. Know what I
Aye.
mean? So me and the boxing guys paid to get the actual toilets done, and then the owner of the gym, he's getting the last bit done.
He's getting the sort of middle section as you come in, the church doors. There's the floor there's really old as well.
Because me and the boxing guy were like, man, we've done a lot to this, know what I mean? We just need to leave it at that. And I think the guy's just like, you know what, boys, you have put a lot into it. I'll square the rest
It'll
of it
make
up.
a big difference. It'll just everything's just brand new.
It
Then
looks good, man. Exactly. Hard luck. Paying off. That's why I want to get the new. I want to get the bit all it ready for like shows. Know what I mean? Because I think that's the final.
just like
piece
moving
of
on to the
puzzle.
next stage.
Because there's no point in I wanted to have like a gym upstairs. No, I don't really think that's feasible. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you were to like, if you're saying about all the work about ripping the flare up. Know what I mean? That's actually not that hard, right? But then if I need to like rip a gym and move a gym away and all that and do all that kind
If you
of
have a
stuff,
show,
that would be too much work. So I think that if worst comes to having to take down a 14-foot ring and move some flare up, that's not the end of the world. Know what I mean?
yeah, we were just saying before we started recording that when we done Bo's party on Saturday, we had to rip up the foam flooring just because, you know, it's brand new and we don't want it getting
Cost
ruined.
£3,000. I mean, I'm not getting ruined. That was a lot of money.
Yeah. So David was just saying there, like, if we were to have a gym upstairs, but we were also to put a show on, it'd be so
Definitely got to get in
much
trouble with this podcast,
work.
man. I'm talking too much facts and figures, man. George was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Know what I mean? Ration book.
By the way, that clip popped off
Because we obviously, know what I mean?
for me being a stingy bee. I'm not even.
Just when it counts. Just
Aye.
for stuff she doesn't get. No, but anyway, what was you saying there?
No, I was going to say as well. Sorry, I'm just going to butt in tonight. That's just how I'm feeling.
Well, she's wearing mattress, isn't it?
So it would be too much work. But what I want to say is a big shout out and a thank you to Kat, which is one of the teenagers' mums. Wee TMH's mum, Kat, who I know listens to this podcast. So she's running a marathon this Sunday in Edinburgh, Saturday or Sunday. I'm sure it's this Sunday. But she wasn't doing it for charity, but she was posting the link to the GoFundMe page for the church, and so many people have donated over the past couple of weeks. So we used the money to put towards the forum, which was excellent. I just wanted to say that before I forgot, but thank you so much, Kat, and good luck on your marathon. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Thank you very much. And, well, smash it.
Aye, she'll do fab. She said to me she's been a runner for years.
And she's giving you all the tips and tricks,
She's been
hasn't she?
giving me hints and tips. Yep, she's telling me all about what gels to buy. Marianne also messaged me as well about electrolytes that she takes. So loads of people have been chatting in, and I'm dead grateful for it.
You ready for it?
Yeah. Anyways, right. I want to know about the chiropractor.
That's the thing I was going to say before that. Also, to see about Bo's party, right? Because obviously, like, me and all the wrestlers, like wrestling, and Bo end up getting to like, win his cake back, and Bo was getting to wrestle and stuff like that. And one of the parents for the next day for the wrestling school, do you know what they said to us like that? Imagine how cool that would be, your birthday, just you getting to wrestle with your Danois pals. I was like, that's quite good. That would be quite cool, no? And just
See, I
get that what you dream.
see the part where you got flung out the ring.
Aye.
His wee face was like, oh no,
Aye,
what's
sure.
going to happen? It worked so well. It worked
That's really
so
good,
well.
man. So,
And
aye,
Adam's
if there's
brilliant
anybody
as
that
well.
wants any birthday parties or anything like that, with our wins being the star of the show and wrestling and winning their cake back and stuff like that.
I think we need to change it
Heads
up
up.
for the cake back.
How?
Because there's been too many parties and there's a lot of wins that are frequently coming to
That's-
those parties.
That's their fault.
No, I know, but I think you're more creative than that.
No, there's the parents allow. That's obviously the idea. That's written down in the wee sequence. The parents can request for something a wee bit different, but
They probably wouldn't know.
how obviously the ones that
I
book
know
me,
Mariana's.
actually, because that's our second one, so they usually just take the first one for the first, and then
Ah.
they can expand on it.
I bet you Jen will have a great idea.
And she's no, actually, Jen's asked me to be creative, and I've got a wee idea that's going to involve the boys having to do a couple of one-to-ones because there needs to be some things that they wouldn't learn normally in wrestling school.
Right.
What would you do?
I hope it was. Is it Jen that comes in and steals the cake back or something?
No. It's not that. It's it was good. I'll tell you after the cameras.
Right,
After
okay.
it was good. It'll be really good.
Right, geez, an update on the chiropractor. Did you get cracked to hell?
Fan-fucking-tastic, man. Honestly, it was brilliant, man. After it, man, my mate Dad was like, were you scared about the neck king and all that? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, when he cracked your neck, I was like, that was the bit I was looking most forward to. Like, I crack, like, I do this like every day and like crack my neck because like get the stiffness and all that away. So I was like, I can't wait till like, a professional does it and somebody that, obviously, because I know I can only do it so much before like fight or flight in it, not if your body stops, like your body stops you for like cracking it further than you can. Obviously, like, you can only do so much to yourself without your body letting you, like your body will eventually like, what's the
Stop
word?
you.
What's the word? What's the actual word? Like survival instincts, all that kind of stuff. It's not gonna let you go so far. So when he done it to me, man, it was like, it was honestly such a relief. Just like pure pat and stuff home, you know. Like a wee bit in my shoulder, it's back again a wee bit, but see this wee bit in my shoulder here, I think I dislocated, like it came out and get pat back in again wrestling, and it was like pointing at man like a wee fucking devil's horn. And it's like kind of fixed. It's like came back out. It was not as bad as it was. It's not as egregious as it was. And he said, the guy actually said, he's like that to me when I explained it all. He's like, I think we've got a lot of work to do to you. And then after he'd done all the work to me, he's like that. What was it he said? He's like, I was expecting to do a lot more to you. I thought it was going to be much worse. You've got good posture. You've got like, your body's all fine. That just if you keep coming to us until you go to Greece, which is in 4 weeks, you'll be all fine. So booked up for the next couple of weeks to go back. But I think it'll be really good, really beneficial.
You said your favourite bit was when nearly on top of you?
Aye, the bit where he like paps my legs out here and all that, he just like puts his full chest in me, you just hear yourself going.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I really want to go, but I don't need it.
Well, you might.
I know.
So you're all sore for the gym.
No, it's for running.
And
I
running.
keep falling asleep.
I know, same. I fell asleep on the couch today. Bo woke me up by spilling tea or his wee beads.
Oh, I'm waiting to go Bo this bracelet making thing. So on quite a lot of the merch table, a lot of the wrestlers have got like bracelets that they've made, and they're so popular. All the Waynes want them. So Bo started making his own. I'm not joking. 5 hours yesterday we were making these bracelets. My back was breaking. And it's that way where I try to be supportive for this new hobby. But wow. And then he went away upstairs, was still making them last night. Came in for school today, he's been making them again.
I was raging, man.
And then dropped a full cup of tea out of them.
So he moaned at me for and I just woke up and also was kind of like, am I even doing up here? I'm going for a show. Fuck's sake, man, why am I getting up to do this?
Right, anyways. Last week we done something that was sporty, that was out with our normal wrestling routine, which was we played rounders. Well, I got forced into playing rounders, and I nearly had a near-death experience.
It was class, but wasn't it?
It was
good team bonding exercise.
It was good.
It's actually inspired, and I haven't actually even told you this shit, right? See the game of rounders, no the wrestling or anything like that, right? No the wrestling or nothing like that. The game of rounders is inspired foreign Lewis's dad to train with the school now. His dad's got to come down and train.
Was he? I think he was sitting in his car. Was he watching?
No,
Why didn't he come out to play?
Probably obviously didn't want to.
I like get involved.
Stunt his Wayne's vibe. No, I mean that's what he said. I asked Lewis about it. And all like, would you be cool with me doing it? He's like, I cracking obviously. So, all good. He's got to come down to train.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
It was the game of rounders that inspired it.
That's brilliant. Well, on Thursday, Xander, one of the coaches, had the great idea to say to the wrestlers, just want to do something a bit different. You want to go to the park, play rounders, instead of go to training for the night, and they were up for it.
Put a caveat before we go on, right? We're no mad lazy bastards that didn't want to train and be wrestlers. We thought it's going to be a very hot day, and we've got a big summary, about 30 shows coming out, and it's going to be very, very hectic and very, very busy. Xander thought, why not do a bit of team bonding before some new people have started, some people getting ready to have their first matches and stuff. Why don't we just go and de-stress?
Yeah. So
I was stressed right out, man. I'm too competitive for this shit.
I said to the guys, I was like, wait till you see the ADHD reaching a new fucking level. And I was right about that. He was one side to the other, back forward. But first of all, I want to talk about the fact that you had to stand up and wait for your turn to be picked. Honestly, never been that nervous like in a really long time. So David was whispering to Caden to pick me because he could clearly tell that I didn't want to be left standing there till the end. I was shitting myself. And then I actually wasn't going out to play, but then David was like, well, if you play, it'll make up the numbers for the amount of lasses that were there. So I was like, right, okay then. So David basically forced Caden to pick me because I didn't want me to be standing there for ages.
Good result, to be fair. No, I mean, Georgia was the actual best pick out the last season. That's not just me being... That's not just me being what's the word? Biased. Not George. Every time she scored a couple of points. Not she managed to get around the full time and all that, and hit the bat. Every time she was up batting, she hit the ball.
It was dreadful, and I was like, oh, please.
One time, to be fair, she got rugby. No, you tell it.
That's what I was about to say. So on one of the times, it was quite far into the game at this point, and I'd batted and ran to the first base, was fine. Running to second, and wee Bryson, one of the... Wait, did you say 16?
17.
Well, he picked up the ball, but then he went to like stump me out, but I tripped over his feet, and I went down like, honestly, so hard. And I just like remember lying there like being like, what the fuck just happened? Because it all happened like so fast, and I hit the deck like so hard. And I was just lying there like, oh my God, David's got to pure shout at me for getting him put out. And then when I stood up, they were all like, no, you're still in. I thought, there's no way that I could be assaulted, in there. Man. So basically, I didn't know this until the next day because I ended up leaving after that because I was mortified. It was that way when I stood up and they was laughing. It was because David then told me they were all holding the laughing because they all felt bad for me. And then he told them just to let me stay in. But I was like that. I definitely got put out there, and then I was like, oh, well, fuck it, I must have made it then if I'm still in the game. I actually didn't know that he'd like...
You would have got in if you didn't, like, you'd have got to your base if you never got tripped up, no? I mean, so obviously you should have been in it. It was like the cheeky to get you out.
But so there's a wee boy, Jay, who's new, started at the second, he was like Martin, the second base. He obviously didn't want to laugh in front of his wee shoulders, were just shaking, like trying to hold his laugh. All I just kept thinking was David is actually going to shout at me if I get put out. I was running for my life.
At everybody, to be fair, man.
I was just screaming at everybody.
Yeah, well.
But when I went down, and then when I got back up, my eye was pure bloody, one of my eyes, and I was like wiping it. I couldn't get it away. And every time I was looking at people, they had like a big massive forehead because my eye was so bloody. And Big Ross was so taking the game so serious, and I couldn't look at him because his head was like fucking like a big massive bulldog.
By about 40 points, man. And I was obviously like I definitely think I didn't get put out. No, I mean, I thought I made it to them. I made it to them. It's better. That's one time, right? The ball's getting flung. I'm sliding, and I actually slid in too fit to get to the base, and the boys ran in his way, and I've like tackled him, and he's went up in the air like that, boof. So I thought I'd go to base first, but they're like, no, and I was like, I'm not going to the game. Big Ross is went there, no moving for like the first base. Like, nobody's getting a shot until he's out. No, I'm like, for fuck's sake, man. No, I mean, he's up by 40 points. Just let me stay in, fuck's sake. It was a bit of a contentious decision. No, I mean, look, just let me stay in. We're getting absolutely destroyed. And then at one point as well, right? So obviously, my team's getting beat, so I'm trying to play mind games and all that and try to get in people's heads. So like, if it was somebody who I didn't think was going to have a good bat right after the first round, kind of seen who was the good batters and who wasn't. It was going up very close if it was a bad batter, and I was like, let's go around their head, right? George, that's a shame what you done to that, Dylan. And I was like, what do you mean you got me back a belter? Right, so after George and that's left, we played a game of football. It was actually quite fun, right? Good wee game, man. Obviously, it's like, I thought the people that don't play football getting together and playing a game of football is actually quite more fun than actually the people who are skilled and stuff. So it was like me and then my ragtag bunch of wrestlers, not I mean against Xander.
They're all different.
Xander, Jay, and Foreign, and then the rest again. But Xander and Foreign and that all knew how to play football. But it was me and Bryson. But Bryson just sat up front. So it was just me playing myself, basically running
Why
up and
did
forward.
he know? Does he not play football now?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. I thought he had the back and forth. So I ended up, so it was a 5 each. But by the time it's 5 each, I'm fucking shattered now because I'm running back and forth, defending, attacking. Scored 4 of the goals for my team. Know
You
what I mean?
man of the match?
No, I definitely wasn't man of the match. Know what I mean? But I was blown at my arse. Know what I mean? Pure shattered. One point, I nearly broke my fucking fingers. Not like I can still kind of finish up my horn because that's like swooped out, man. Pure injuries through giving it my all. That's why I do a fake sport. Know what I mean? Because that's why I do a sport where the winners and losers are picked picked beforehand. Know what I mean?
People were getting packed out, and David's like, well, I'm sorry, the sport you play, people fucking pick the winners, but you're out. I was like, come on, man.
But it's obviously like, well, I'm just very competitive, so I was obviously getting pure raging, pure gone for all the boys, not. And then at one point, right, Xander's like to the boy Dylan, who I was going right close with his bat and that. It's like, mark him, Dylan, make sure you don't leave him. I was like, what you got to do, wee man? What you got to do, man? Like chest bumping them, battling up, right? And as that happened, it's 5 each. Fucking, I hears, yes, turn round, man, they've scored. And I'm like, oh fuck, man, I'm an idiot. This is my fault here. Turn round, Dylan goes like, mind games.
He's like the quietest wee guy in the world.
I know, 10 out of 10 got me back for not being a dick at the rounders. So 1-0 Dylan, fair enough, wee man. But aye, so rounders were really good. I think they're all want to do more often. Me as the guy who runs the school and is the owner on that, I can't be like, right, let's go and play rounders when you're meant to be doing wrestling. If they want to choose to do something else during their training session, I'm not going to be a big fucking boring bastard and say no. But I'm not, obviously I can't be like, it's not the Glasgow School Rounders, you know what I mean? It's the Glasgow School Wrestling. If there's enough fucking
take up.
There's enough take up. We could also start the Glasgow School Rounders, you know what I mean? We've got a Friday night free when shows on their own, you know what I mean? Saturday, Sunday after the school, get a wee league going. But besides that, it's the wrestling. But
a competitive sport.
I'm fucking too competitive for it, to be fair.
Oh, honestly, you're on another level.
I know, man. But that and water polo.
Aye, oh God.
I just want to win, know what I mean? Why do you want to lose? Why play if you've got not? Why do you want to lose? Don't let it ruin my mood, to be fair. But why do you want to play if you've got to lose? Know what I mean?
Logan, one of the trainees who is so quiet, he's small. He out of nowhere was batting like the ball nearly out the park and ran so fast like Forrest Gump. I was like, he's running around.
He's flinging the bat and on.
I was like throwing the bat to fuck.
What?
And you're just running like hell.
Hitting mad zingers. And then he was wrestling on Saturday at Bo's birthday and all mad Logan, right? And he's like, I've told them alright, like, a lot of big summer coming up. A lot of them have been like training for a year and stuff like that, can do like matches and that. He's like, get your wrestling gear, not I mean, you might not get on a CPW show per se just yet because you're on the red vat, but there's plenty of wee shows here and there that there's got to be opportunities for. So always get your wrestling gear. So Logan's ordered his gear and he told me to be ready for this Saturday. So I'm like, right, I booked mate, right, out the Rumble and stuff like that. So the spot was there for him. I told him what he's doing, and his gear didn't come in time. So I was like, you need to get something, man. We can't be arsed writing, like, replacing you with somebody else. Just get some sort of gear. So somebody's gave him like a pair of trunks. Not I mean, like your wee wrestling trunks. Right? They're that wrestling trunks are for like big solid guys. Not I mean, usually. And Logan's. No, I mean, he's not a big solid guy. He's you probably.
I'd say he's about 5'3".
5'3" and built like that straw when you're Stanley.
He's chalk white.
Chalk white, I know what I mean. Logan, he's very stiff and all, man. Walks about like.
He's like a wee bit of cardboard.
He walks about like what you call like a means business. And he had these pants, right? But honestly, they were too big for him. They were like an nappy, right? And see backstage, but obviously he was that embarrassed about them, right? He was walking about backstage with like, his t-shirt on and the pants. So it looked like he was walking about like a nightgown with no pants on. Know what I mean? Like you're like as if like you're like I don't know. Like if you're a guy and you've got a girlfriend and she's wanting something. She's walking about her nightgown with her arse hanging out. That's what he's doing. Then he just kicked about backstage with his wee like, blue nappy pants hanging out. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was wearing a nappy because they were just so big.
He rolled his boxers up, right? So obviously, because they were too big, he's kept his white boxers on, rolled the boxers up underneath, and it just looked like he actually had like a nappy on underneath these trunks.
Oh, it was hilarious.
See, when he came out behind the curtain, I was actually rolling about laughing because I was just like, why have they let that wee boy come out here with their pants?
Not wee boy, he's 22, you know what I mean? He's 21.
But you should have said to him, look, mate, just wear your joggies.
No, we're not, but I just the way you made that. I'm not sticking to any of the wee boys.
He's a wee boy to me. Fuck, I'm 40, as you would say.
50 maybe.
So, poor boy get put in the ring and get sent straight back out again. He wasn't even in for 3 seconds.
Had the time, I'd say what a weekend he's had, to be fair, hitting some zingers in baseball, out for pints and pool with all the boys after the game around us, made his wrestling debut and nearly lost his finger moving a wrestling ring. And instead of got to the hospital, he went straight out for pints after it. Know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a bird.
See, on Saturday, we were putting everything away after Bo's party. We had to move the ring back to the position where it was. And Logan, pure serious, was like, my fingers under the ring.
But no, just
No
like,
even
guys,
shouting.
my fingers under the ring, we need to lift the ring again.
It's like pure calm.
And I was like, lift it,
Everybody lift the
And he
ring.
was just like, I had to run out, man, lift this up, get him out, man. He was,
Oh, his wee finger, his face was chalk white and all.
poor boy, man. But he's got a wee plasters on it, man. Magic Dave, take me to town. I'm going to get mad with it. What a boy. Shout out to Logan.
Aye, wee legend.
I know. So what else you got on there?
Right, we have finally finished You.
Right, we have what a good wee series that was.
I quite enjoyed it as well, to be fair.
I know.
So have we got to do some spoilers?
Aye, so if you've not seen You yet and you're going to watch it, skip this bit right now. Because we're going to talk about it. Right, that's plenty of time for you. And if you, maybe, I see, to be fair, sometimes when I hear stuff on pod, so I actually actively want to listen to it sometimes for spoilers, because I want to know if it's worth watching. Obviously I don't want the full thing spoiled for me,
Yeah.
but I want to know, does it sound good for me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree. So that was the last season, eh?
Episode season 5, the last season there was. Felt like season 4 was a bit shite,
Yep.
and this one came back up to the standards that it's set for the first couple of seasons.
Yeah, there were so many moments.
I know, definitely, but the thing is, Joe just is crazy.
Joe is very crazy. I thought he was going to die by the end of it.
Well, no, I just got his willy blown off, which is 10 times worse.
Could only
I
imagine.
would rather die. I would rather be killed than get my willy shot off.
Really?
Aye. What's the point in living? What's the point? Not even need to put a wee bag at the side of my thing with all that and I've got a willy.
It's nothing short of what he deserves.
What? It was definitely short now. Not even boom right off. But aye, I thought it was good. I honestly, do you know what, I'm not gonna lie? I feel like his taste in women were getting worse and worse as it went along. Felt like the one for the first season was an absolute belter, Beck Nat, and then the woman got uglier as the show went on.
How can you even... That's not even like something you would even question.
What do you mean?
It's not to do with the woman and their looks.
I'm not saying that, obviously. I just thought that it just kept getting... Look, the last one, especially the last one, he was going to be a billionaire and he's left... Like, he's cheated on... He's
I think it was...
cheated with a wee mad... Scabby...
Wee Bronte.
Aye, wee Bronte.
I think...
Wee Bronte no do that.
Little jokes are so crap. I think it was more to do with the fact that he was looking for somebody that was really accepting of him.
I was looking for somebody that he could control.
Aye,
And
and
obviously
also...
The billionaire one, for example, he could control her because they were in that mad fucking party thing and they're all murdering people and stuff like that. But now she's back at her bit.
Aye,
She
and
was in control again.
Yeah, and she obviously thought he was over killing people.
Aye, when it
And
was
then he
never,
wasn't, he
never
was-
over, even when the latest. No, he just loves it. He loved the game.
Just couldn't help it.
Loved killing people. It was
Yeah.
his favourite thing to do. The way I loved wrestling, Joe Goldberg loves killing people that fuck does that annoy him.
Yeah. But we need to find something else to watch.
We all need to find something else to watch.
Mormon Wives is back.
Nah, I'm not into that.
You've been watching it, Curtis? Is it been good? Oh, really? Really? Oh, lot bitchier, Curtis is saying.
Oh, you excited about
Yeah,
that?
I'm going to watch it
When?
tonight. How kidding on? Have you got something in mind you want to watch?
No, to be fair.
Well
I
done.
don't. Watch SmackDown again.
Oh, as if it's something we've never done before.
We actually never watched SmackDown again, I think. An episode of SmackDown.
The thing is about David, right? See, when you want to do something with him, you like watch telly or something, you need to like book him in. So you need to schedule the time with him. And that just annoys me about you.
How?
So what else has been really annoying me about you in the
What?
last week? You keep putting your towel out the door all rumpled up. You done that before we came here the night and that fucking annoys me.
How?
What? Because how is your towel meant to dry if you've rolled it all up in a ball and shoved it on top of the door frame?
I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. You even know yourself now. It's ridiculous.
It's not something to get annoyed about, for fuck's sake.
But it is because I'm
Calm
like,
down.
what?
Calm down.
I'm
man.
calm. Just,
Are you? Also, actually, I forgot when I mentioned the party. Shout out to Papa Ali's for the
Yes.
scran. They gave us a big, massive bundle for our food. It was 50 chicken nuggets, 50 bits of pecora, a big 12-inch box of chips, and 8 pizzas,
Yeah.
and 3 stir-fried doners.
And normal doner, no.
And normal doner as well. So we were well looked after at our pals at Papa Ali's. So if you're looking for a birthday party or any party, any occasion for food, hit them up. They will sort these out. Or even if you're just looking for a fucking quality munch on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, even Monday, because the night's Monday and you might want one the night. But actually, if you listen to this, it won't be Monday, it'll be Thursday. Or Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Just whenever
Any
you
day.
listen to it.
Just
Any day you can get in Papa Ali's any day you want. So go and hit them up now. We, Tom, my man, will hook you up. Tell them Ravie Davie sent you. Might get a discount, might no. Just probably depends on how business is going that day. But
How was the
it'll probably
stir-fried
be
doner?
Stir-fried doner was
What?
nippy. What?
You call that there?
Stir-fried doner? How?
What is it
I
about?
think I said that a wee bit wrong to be fair, but it was fucking nice. It was nippy, but man, I ate it before I was going to the ring, man. My fucking mouth was burning. What did I do that for? Fuck.
Burning.
I could go there before obviously the matches and all, so obviously I had to eat it to make sure I could like get the
Because everybody was tucking into it.
and they were all,
The
and
food.
I was making sure the rumble was sorted. I turned around, man, not the ends. Like, you staying, man. There's a hierarchy here. What the fuck? Well, last on a bit of pizza. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it was good. Everybody enjoyed it. I think everybody got a bit and stuff.
No,
Even-
definitely did. Everybody
Yeah,
enjoyed
adults and stuff.
themselves. Had a good time. Everything was sorted. Had about 6 party bags left there the next day as
I
well.
know. Did you give them away?
Yeah, I did. One of the weightings actually, I did give them away in the teenage class, but because in the kids' class there was too many weightings for them, and one of the weightings were actually like, "Can we have one of them?" I was like, "No," because like,
You should have given them the Easter eggs and all.
what?
You could have said, who wants an Easter egg, who wants a party bag?
Nah, the Easter eggs have been there that long that I've had to now sell them on.
You sell them.
I had to, aye.
Oh my God.
What?
You're probably looking at a date soon.
Nah, there's not that many left anyway. They'll be sold.
Oh
soon.
well.
Maybe the adult class that gets sold out before.
Oh well. Decent though, the white chocolate.
No, I don't know. The
White
buttons
chocolate
inside.
is my fave.
I say, man, I'm right into my white
We are a
chocolate.
white. I think we've said that before.
My Kinder, I'm into my Kinder and all.
Same.
Baby
Oh,
Kinder
you love
cards.
Kinder cards? No, I don't like them wafers.
I love a wee wafer.
I do like the pink panther wafers though.
Do you?
You get about 3 million of them in a pack and home bargains for like 50 pence.
Bah,
There you go,
well,
bargain hunter.
another bargain. That in my Kinder cards are 65p, man. So you can get 4,000 pink wafers for 25 pence 40. Nothing. But anyway, what else are we talking about now?
Right, we've got to talk about this lassie that's been banged up abroad.
Oh, aye.
So we're chatting about this the other day, and I said, hold that thought. We'll talk about it in the podcast. So a wee lassie who is 18 years of age went on holiday in Thailand and has tried to sneak into Georgia with hashish,
Tabusi.
and now is facing 20 years in prison. And she's saying that she's pregnant. So I was speaking to David about it because I just think that is the scariest thing in the world. And what David was saying to me is probably what's happening. Because when you see the photos that's on the Daily Mail and stuff, it looks like there was nothing else in this wee lassie's suitcase apart from the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying to me probably what that is that she's the mule that they've sent on the plane.
Aye, so what I think's happened, right, is it was Thailand she went to first one or something like that?
She was in Thailand on
She
holiday.
went to Thailand, obviously Thailand's quite big for all the drugs and stuff like that. It's like legal now to grow weed. There's actually a movie about like the farms in it with Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff like that. The island, it's very, very well known that like, a lot of weed gets made there,
Yeah.
hash, all that stuff. Especially when it's been legalised in the last couple of years as well. So what I think's happened is that lassie's been there in Thailand, probably got herself into a bit of trouble, being stupid, end up owing money to somebody or something like that. So they've told her, oh, you got this, or maybe even no, but either that or either the money situation is just to pay somebody back, or that she's been promised a lot of money to do something, and they're using her as a pawn. They're like, right, you go through with this. She gets quite easily caught because they've made it easy for her to get caught. So then somebody behind her can actually go through, and there's no worry when they've actually got met. They've actually got the right amount, because as well, like, the amount that she's got on us, like, kind of not really worth
Yeah.
try to sneak it. Obviously, I'm not fucking. I mean, there's a big fucking ex-gangster out here, not but like, it's like 20, and it's like 20 ounce hash or something like that, and like
Yeah.
31 ounce of weed or something like that. I've not really looked full into it, but that's like you're not gonna maybe making even you're lucky if you're making thousands of pounds off that. Never mind hundreds of thousands or millions of pounds. It's not really worth how long. She's not gonna get 20 years for that. I mean, that's just that would be the maximum that you can get for that. But she'll get 2 or 3 years and then she'll get shipped back to
Scotland,
wherever she stays.
England, sorry.
Aye, I doubt she'll be pregnant either. No, I mean that would probably just be affecting maybe how she was hiding it.
Aye. Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, I was reading it the day just to try and see what the updates on it were the day, and it said that there's been no tests or anything done to see if she actually is pregnant, and she's not enjoying the food. She's been requesting fruit, and Disney feels she's been well looked after.
She went,
I know.
Sake, you know what I mean?
For fuck's sake.
Play fire, man, your arse will get burnt.
I know. She obviously really didn't think she was going to get caught. There's actually another one, a 21-year-old who is an ex-stewardess who, again, was in Thailand and has been caught the other day. She was going from Thailand to Sri Lanka. She's been caught as well. She was for England and all. And I was just thinking, surely you must know if you're working on planes that this happens to people a lot. But she was carrying Kush, which is something I've never heard of before in my life.
Just weed.
They were saying it was, this was in the paper, obviously, that it's mixed with loads of different things, which God knows. But anyway, I can't wait to see what happens with them. They're being so fucking stupid.
I know. Remember, it was that big one about the lassie's Paige and Michaela years ago?
Aye, the Peru too.
What? Aye, the Peru too. And then
they had the documentary and everything about them. I watched that.
They got quite a long time for that.
Aye, they did.
One was for Clydebank, wasn't they?
Aye. No, Lindsay.
Was it?
One was for Lindsay and one was Irish.
Was it?
Yeah.
Aye,
I've got a new boy starting my team next week.
To be fair enough, it might be, obviously I have said all that, it could be just that the dafty lasses that have been offered a lot of money to do something like that. Oh, brilliant. Getting Gucci bags and fucking this and that, and then no thought it was that real. Because probably is a lot of like the people that usually get the ones that they get stopped in the airports and that is people that are obviously like, a lot of people fit like stereotypes. Not I mean, like a young lassie looking like she's going on holidays and that might not be somebody they pick. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So we'll see. Let's wait and see with the updates. I was going to say I've got a boy starting on my team next week who is just back for travelling Peru.
Is it?
He was doing a few months there travelling, and he said he was doing a lot of hikes and stuff like that. So
was it just Peru, went there? Was it South America?
South America.
Whereabouts to go? Peru, Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia.
You just try to prove that
Venezuela.
You know. I didn't ask that many questions. But do you know what I did say?
See, that's not how you like, oh, I tell you, oh, mate, oh, these two, my mate broke up with his missus, and you're like, how, why, where, not. I'm like, I don't know, I don't even ask. That's the same. See, when somebody goes travelling, I want to know the ins and outs, I want to know where they went, what they went for.
Well,
did they go to Machu Picchu?
I've got to Alaska next week.
Got Alaska?
What?
You got Alaska?
Yeah. So I'll ask him. I did ask him some things in the interview, but one thing I did ask him that I was like, oh shit, why did I say that? Was so it was him and his partner that were away travelling, and I ended up saying to him, what does your partner work as? Does she work? And then I went, and then he went, oh, she works as blah, 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 and said what she worked as. But then as soon as he left, I was with Ross, one of the other managers, and he said to me, Roger, do you realise what you said there when you said she? And I went, aye. And I was just about to correct myself, but luckily he came straight in and said what she worked as. So he saved me, but I thought, oh God, that's
a no-no.
Yeah, that is a definite no-no, and I know better than that.
They obviously don't.
Worst an accident. Anyway, guys, that's us. I've covered everything.
Have you covered everything? But
yeah,
that is a real question.
You do this every week. You've got nothing to add.
No, I actually did. A couple of topics I did actually want to talk to you about. I actually wanted to bring this up, but
I forgot.
No, it's not. I forgot. It's something that's in the Facebook group.
What?
I think it was in the Facebook group.
Aye.
But I don't think you mentioned it because I told you to write it in the wee book.
I forgot, to be fair, but I've not forgot about the post.
Aye. So I'm not going to mention any names because people wouldn't know, right? But I thought it'd be good to bring in here because it's a good discussion point, right? And I also feel like it's a good reason of why you need to know the full story and stuff before you react to things, right? So in Govan, there's a very big problem right now with fly tipping. It's always in these the Comfy Govan group about how it's getting like, in the Wine Alley and Drummoy and Linthouse and that. There's always a lot of fly tipping happening. So one woman's had her wee bit fly tipped. She's went in the bin, raked through, looked for letters or whatever, found a letter, took the bin to the house, chapped the door, left it with them, and started shouting abuse to the person whose stuff it was. Now, me myself, when I'd first seen it, that's all I'd heard. I didn't know who was involved, I didn't know anything. And I said, on you fucking go. Fair fucking play, you know what I mean? If that was me, I'd have probably done the same thing. But since then, it's turned out that maybe the girl that was that was in the house, it was nothing to do with her. She's just like
She paid the company.
Oh no, but she's no one knows it. No, her dad was it no her dad's house or something?
No,
was it not? Right, Matt. See, that's just we need to get the full story to be fair. So they'd paid for a company to do it, so apparently it wasn't them who had got it done. And also when this woman went down and started shouting and screaming, the girl had her newborn baby in the houseware, which is obviously when you hear that you're like, right, maybe the woman has overreacted then, know what I mean? And the page is just everybody arguing with each other now at it, and I feel like how this could all have been resolved is by making sure that the people that was taking the bins away were reputable people, know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can't be, especially like it's one of these ones, right? See if this had happened and it wasn't, because we know the other people involved, don't we? Know what I mean? We're pal with everybody involved, don't we? So I'm probably gonna get a bit of heat for this, but fuck it. So what I think's happened, right, is I think if it wasn't people that you know, you'd have a different reaction all the time, know what I mean? But it's because we all know these people, like, right, no, that's fair, this and this and that. Whereas I just think, right, see if you're giving somebody your rubbish to put away, you need to make sure that they're putting it in the right spot. And this is something that I actually learned, right, because I gave Caden rubbish to put away for the wrestling school, right, and I told him where to put it, but a big lesson you need to learn with Caden is you need to show him exactly what you need him to do when you're doing stuff with it, right? So I told him to go and put it in the bin, and what he's done is he's went round the corner and left these two bin bags just outside the bin. He's not actually put it in because they didn't know how to open it, and I've no fault in it. And I came back down the next day at the wrestling school, and the bags were left crumpled on top of the wee spikes that come out of it, and that is my fault for leaving Caden to go and do it. I should have just done it myself or explained where it needs to go. And that's what I think. I think that the people that get rid of the bins should have made sure that the people putting them away was putting them away right, not I mean they were reputable. At the end of the day, staying in Govan, we've got the fucking Clenny at our front doorstep, so it shouldn't have been hard. It shouldn't have been left at somebody's door. So I think, see, the real arseholes in this situation is the people who done the fly tipping. Yeah. Aye. Lazy bastards.
They are that.
And they're lucky I don't know who they are. I'd have put them on blast.
The rubbish is everywhere in Govan right now, and I feel like so old moaning about that, but God, seeing Crossing that is so bad.
Also as well, that's enough about it, right? So one time as well, I told Caden, right, we had one of the ropes broken the rest of them, right, and I was like, Caden, go and put that in that skip earlier, right? Because there's like building work getting done in Govan. So I told him to go and put it in the skip. Because I didn't get it in there, I just thought, it's a skip there, no? I mean, you can just put stuff in it. Came back down the next day and the wrestling ropes were also hanging after we fucking...
So they're on to you?
No, this was two different people, to be fair.
Alright.
But they just obviously must have known
It was yours.
So I've learned a lesson, though, that I've always... So now I go out and put the bins in myself or get Georgia to take it to the...
Dump.
The dump.
So anyway, guys, that's us. Episode 40. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe or leave us a wee comment or a review. If you don't follow Curtis, please get on there, follow Studio 23.
Renfrewshire.
And that's it. And I hope you all have a fab day.
And that's what's happened to us.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.